my friend, and welcome to today's session. Today, we're going to be doing some finger tracing to help ease your mind. And I hope you're having a good day or a good night tonight. And I'm also going to be doing some hand movements as well. I'm going to throw in some hand movements for your general relaxation as well. All right. And I also have a special bonus for you as well. We're going to be doing, I actually pulled a card for you, so I'm going to save this for the end of the reading, or the end of the video, the end of the session today. And well, yeah, let's get started with some finger tracing, my friend. And you know what I'm going to do for the finger tracing is I'm going to actually trace some affirmations. So you can just kind of, just follow along in your own mind as you're just sitting back and relaxing, okay? So let's start with my first affirmation. It's you are worthy. You are worthy. And my second affirmation for you is love yourself and trust yourself, okay? Love yourself and trust yourself. And our third affirmation here is related to the blackboard here. It's be confident. Be confident. And our fourth affirmation is don't give up. Don't give up. Let's do that one more time. Don't give up. Go ahead and just take a nice, gentle, deep breath in for me. And when you do, just hold it at the top for a couple of seconds, okay? So just follow my lead. Ready? Hold it and release. Nice work. Nice work. Good job. Let's take a little break, a little halftime break. I have a few more to read to you, but just want to, update you on what's going on in my life right now. I've been working a lot this past weekend. Just been putting in some hours. I've been pushing myself a little too hard. I've been hitting the caffeine a little too hard, and right now I'm taking a break from caffeine. And because one thing about caffeine for me personally, like I'm sure it helps other people in their own ways, but for me, it definitely raises my anxiety. It raises my anxiety levels, and it tends to make me, a little bit jumpy. And what I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to stay more grounded and relaxed and less restless, and I feel like when I have a lot of caffeine, I feel really restless, and I just don't want to be that restless. I want to be more present. I don't want to feel so restless in the present moment. I want to breathe. Let's breathe. Speaking of breathing, let's take a deep breath right now. Okay, ready? And just hold it for a couple of seconds. And release. Nice work. Nice work. I'm going to a social event tonight, which should be fun. I'm trying to get out there and make some friends, trying to get out there and, what's the term? Is it viva la vida? Live my life. So that should be fun. Even if it goes badly, you know what I'm going to do afterwards? I'm going to get a little pizza and watch a movie. I'm thinking about watching The Fifth Element. The Fifth Element. I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen that movie in a while, and I want to see it again. Have you seen The Fifth Element? It's a good movie. I love that movie. It's a really fun movie. Bruce Willis, Mila Jovovich, Gary Oldman, Chris Tucker. I love that movie. I just bought it. I just bought it on sale, so I'm probably gonna get a pizza after my social event tonight and just have some fun, watch some sci-fi, you know. And I'm off work tomorrow, so I get to sleep in. Okay, let's finish these affirmations, and then I'm gonna show you your special card for today. All right, my next affirmation for you. I like this one. Listen to this. Be yourself, even if it makes someone mad. Be yourself, even if it makes someone mad. We can't please everyone, right? When you be yourself, you're gonna, either way, you're always gonna have critics, right? Whether you're being yourself or even when we're trying to people please, we're not gonna be able to please everybody. So let's just be ourselves. Sometimes conflict is inevitable. We might say something that someone might disagree with, but we still got to be true to our opinions and true to ourselves. And we can do it in a kind and soft way. We don't have to be argumentative or hostile. We can just be ourselves. We can accept each other. I can accept my opinion. I can accept the other person's opinion as well. Hopefully they can accept mine. But it's not always the case. But, part of being yourself is just realizing that, hey, there's going to be critics. I'm going to have critics in my life, It's just part of the process. It's par for the course. Unavoidable. But we can always choose how we respond to critics or to mean people. We can always choose how we respond. We can say, you know what? I will not be moved. I'm not going to let this person push my buttons. Just going to say, thank you for sharing your opinion. Right? It's very different than mine. You don't have, I see you called me a name there, but you know what? I'm not going to let you get to me today, right? Now it's time for you to leave, and it's time for me to get back to my life, right? We can just be ourselves and forgive those who trespass against us, right? Which is funny because the next affirmation has to do with forgiveness. So, and this has to do maybe you've done something recently that you're not proud of, or maybe you feel like you need to be exercising more, or maybe you feel like, man, I wish I would have read that book today, or I wish I would have read that book, but I didn't read that book. And I feel like maybe sometimes if you're like me, you feel like you waste time, and like, man, I wasted half the day today, But for that, our next affirmation is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. We can always forgive ourselves. And speaking of what, like I was just saying earlier, when somebody's mean to us, we can forgive that person too. Forgive mean people. That's a new one. I have a little script I'm reading off of, but I just added that one though. Forgive mean people too. Yeah. Hey, Cool. And the last one is the last one's very special and very important, and it has a lot to do with what I've been talking about with feeling restless. But let's listen to this one. And I want you to do this as well, okay? I want you to follow these affirmations the best you can, because I think they're going to help you out. So listen to this one as well, please. Practice gratitude and contentment. Practice gratitude and contentment. Okay. I'm going to finish this session by showing you a card that I pulled for you, okay? A card that I pulled just for you today, my friend. And this is a card that I saw the other day, and I was like, this is something that's very relevant to me, and I wanted to share this with you, my viewers here on YouTube. So your card for right now, and I'll read this to you as well, is choice. Your card is choice, okay? So, and it's kind of funny because it lined up with the blackboard. It talks about choice. Confidence is a choice. Maybe that's something that's been on your mind lately. How can I be more confident? Let's choose to be more confident, right? Every day. But I'm going to read you the card as well. Okay, ready? You're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It's time to decide which path you're going to take. Listen to your intuition. Eliminate everyone else's input and feel your way into the choice that is right for you. The time is now, and you got this. Choice. All right? So that's your card for right now, my friend. And take your time. Take life one day at a time. Life is a learning experience. I'm always learning, every day. I'm always a student, I was reading a book by Shannon Lee. She writes about her dad's Bruce Lee. She writes about her father's philosophies. And one thing that he always considered himself was an eternal student. He never called himself a master. He was always an eternal student. All right. Because learning is boundless. There's always something new to learn every single day. All right, my friend. Well, I'm the Homeward Helper. I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you enjoyed your messages today. I got my affirmations for you. And I hope you continue to just be gentle with yourself. Remember to breathe. Remember to smile when you're out there in public. Smiling always helps. It always helps me to feel a little bit less afraid in public. I get anxiety. But, just be gentle with yourself. Thank you for being here. And if you like this session, please consider liking and subscribing. And just remember that confidence is a choice. All right, my friend. I hope you have a fun rest of your day or night. And I'll see you next time, okay? All right, peace.